Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to episode 15 of MyDenmarkTV.com. Seeing as we've been looking at Danish drinking culture the last few weeks, we thought we'd fill you in on what to do with your empties once the party's over. We'll be looking more closely at the recycling culture in Denmark, and Liyuan will fill you in on the tricky process of getting permanent residency here. And the next stop on our tour of Denmark for fun places to see and do will be the island of Bornholm. But first... Did you know in Denmark it's very common for people to go around collecting bottles in summer? If someone's looking to earn a bit of extra cash, they can collect the bottle, bring it back to the shop and get the deposit back. So be nice. If someone asks you for your bottle, hand over the empties. It keeps the streets clean and they make a bit of money as well. Speaking of recycling, it's not just the bottle collectors who do it, but you can as well. There are two types of drink containers in Denmark. Single-use, which are then recycled, or multiple-use, which are washed and then, well, reused. You should check your soda, water or beer can or bottle to see if it has the pant mark. The different pant marks, such as this one here, are pant A, pant B and pant C, indicating how much money you've paid extra when you buy the bottle. For example, pant A is 1 kroner, pant B 1.5 and pant C 3 kroner. Most shops and lots of other boutiques as well have automatic return systems where you can feed your bottle or can into the machine, you then get a receipt and take it back to the till to cash it in. It's as simple as that. And for 1 water bottle and 1 can, I get 2 kroner 50 back in change. If you return a single-use container to a shop, they must pay you back the deposit if they sell similar type bottles. If you return a reusable container to the shop and they don't sell similar bottles, for example the differences between a Coca-Cola bottle and a Pepsi, then they don't automatically have to give you back your pant or your deposit. So it's worth keeping in mind. As we've seen already, recycling is very much a part of Danish culture. Every home often has a second bin outside, which is usually green, in which they can recycle their paper and cardboard. In fact, 70% of Danish waste is recycled and only 6% is sent to landfills, as Denmark incinerates a lot of waste to create energy. The number of landfills around the country has actually dropped by more than 1,000 in the last 30 years. In previous episodes we've mentioned genbrugspladsen, or recycling centres, like this one, where you can come and drop off your waste that you can't usually recycle in your home bin. All you need is your CPR card, the yellow Tidsubegrænset, to swipe in, and here you can drop off everything from glass to old washing machines to the old Christmas tree. There are more than 340 of them around the country. Also, a tip for your own recycling is to reuse your plastic shopping bags when going shopping. It cuts down on waste for the environment and it saves you having to spend money on buying them in the shop, as each comes at a small charge.
As you can see, I'm standing right in front of Danish Immigration Office, which is also known as Udlænding Service. This is the place where you need to come to deal with your visa issue if you're living here in Copenhagen. But if you're coming from outside Copenhagen, you can always submit your application to your local police authority. I have been living here for 7 years and I just applied for my permanent residence permit. So today, I want to give you some general information about Danish permanent residency. In general, you can only apply for a permanent visa if you have been living here in Denmark continuously for 7 years on a same or similar visa. What does that mean? Let me give you an example. If you have been here for 3 years on a study visa and you switch to a work visa because you find a study-relevant full-time job, in this case, your work visa might be considered as a continuation of your study visa. But if you change from a work visa to a study visa, then those years you have on your work visa might not be counted. On top of that, you need to pass a Danish languages exam. Please remember, the Danish language classes are only for free for the first 3 years. And your application might be delayed or denied if you have a criminal record or if you owe a debt to the Danish government. The Danish immigration laws are very complicated, so we strongly recommend you to consult a lawyer. It's possible to get a free legal advice too. Please check out the link below. So, good luck!
If you're looking for something different to do, why not check out the Danish island of Bornholm to the east? Now, it's closer geographically to Sweden and has been a disputed territory between the two countries over the years. But it's stuck with Denmark. It's about 6 hours by ferry if you take the Bornholms-Trafiken ferry from Køge south of Copenhagen, which usually travels overnight. Or you can take a 35-minute plane ride from Copenhagen airport. It's got amazing white sandy beaches, and it has been said that a lot of the sand from there was used in hourglasses because it was so fine and so pretty. It's also worth checking out the rocky scenery or maybe even the medieval centre while you visit. And don't forget, most of Denmark's dinosaur bones have been found on the island, so you never know what you might come across. This week's question comes from Nick, who wants to know, are there any particular cycling clubs or running clubs conducted mainly through English? Now, while we're not aware of any specific English language clubs, Denmark is becoming definitely a more multicultural society. So lots of Danes, if you join the Danish club, are more than willing to speak English with you because they want a chance to practice their language skills. For students at the University of Copenhagen, on the other hand, they can join the sports club usg.dk, which gives them access to all the different sports clubs, facilities at the university. Now, because the university has become so international with all the new foreign students coming in, a lot of the clubs operate mainly through English in order to make it easier for everyone. For more information on cycling, road cycling, even fitness cycling, you can check out cyclingworld.dk for a list of clubs, or cybercycling.dk for more information. Some of it's in Danish, but again, there's always Google Translate to help. As you can see, I'm taking my job very seriously. But that's it for this week. Join me again next week when we're going to be looking at Danish marriage traditions and the funny sounding pepper man. We'll let you know what that's all about next week. In the meantime, please feel free to contact us through our website, mydenmarktv.com, where you can subscribe to the show, leave a comment, share your favourite episode with your friends, and of course, get in touch with your all-important questions. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh dear, oh dear.